So let's take a look at this scenario. A camping tarp is being folded in fourths multiple times. When the tarp is unfolded, the result is a number of rectangular folds. Functions that model this context. So in this example, f of x equals 4 to the x would be the equation. The meaning of the variables would be that x is, in this equation, the number of folds that you're actually doing, and the output, f of x, is the number of rectangles that is created. What are the lowest and highest values for the independent variable? So in this particular case, right, independent variable is our input. It is always going to be our x, or whatever is the input. In this case, they're asking what are the lowest and or highest values of the independent variable. So if we think about folding a tarp, at the beginning, I don't need to fold it at all. So that would technically be 0 folds. And then I could theoretically fold the tarp forever into fourths and then never stop. So in this particular problem, our lowest value is going to be 0. So our answer for this one is going to be B. Because again, we could have no folds and then we could theoretically keep folding the tarp an infinite number of times. And the last part here asks, what is the most inclusive set of numbers that makes sense for the independent variable? So we have A, integers, B, whole numbers, C, rational numbers, and D, negative rational numbers. So again, this is asking what set of numbers actually makes sense to be able to represent the number of folds. So if we're thinking about this, an integer can be all of your numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, both positive and negative. In this particular case, I can't have negative folds, so that means A cannot be my answer in this case. If I'm thinking about something like rational numbers, I can't technically do a quarter of a fold or a third of a fold. I have to either do a fold or not do a fold. So rational numbers doesn't help me at all either. And since rational numbers doesn't, rational negative numbers probably also don't either. So in this case, whole numbers is the only thing to represent our x coordinates, our inputs here, because I need to do specific number of folds. For example, I have to do 1 fold, and then 2 folds, and then 3 folds, and then 4 folds. Those are all whole numbers because they cannot be negative, they can't be decimals, they can't be fractions, they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So please use this example that we just modeled to complete the practice problems below.